Are you stuck doing construction oversight, but you're not really getting paid for it? Then you're not alone. In a recent mastermind call, a designer shared how she's still deep in the construction phase month after the project was supposed to be finished because of so many issues happening on site, so many calls with the general contractor, site visits, texts, and she's not billing for any of it. So in this video, I want to unpack what was discussed in this call. I hope it helps you in your own business if this is something that you're going through right now. So things we'll be discussing are why flat fees usually fail during the construction phase. I'm going to share how two different designers bill for the construction phase, why it works for them, and simple ways that you can charge for your time without feeling like you have to justify your worth. So if you've ever felt unsure how to bill for construction, this video is for you, and I hope that it brings the clarity that you need to move to the next step. This designer came with a challenge. She was explaining how she was structuring her packages and her pricing right now. She charges 50% of the design fee as a retainer, then 50% when the design is finalized, and she started adding an 8% procurement fee. That wasn't really the real challenge. On this specific project, once construction started, things got out of control. She even admitted that at some point she stopped tracking her time. Can you imagine? So she would keep taking the calls, the texts, going to site, and she's even stopped billing the client for all these hours. The construction phase drags on, the clients feel really annoyed and upset at the general contractor, and then the client feels a little bit weird and uneasy to come to the client and ask for more money. Let's look into how other designers are doing it, why it works, and why it goes much smoother, even if problems come up on site. Okay, so let's break down two of them. The first designer does billing in buckets and monthly retainers. This designer used to charge a flat fee, and she moved to the hourly model because it worked better. Once she spent so much time on site and didn't get paid for it, she found a solution to it, and it's actually quite smart. She splits all billable time into what she calls buckets. So we have the first bucket is for admin, so everything that's emails, contractor communication, all the behind the scene kind of stuff. Then design assistants, and that can be my team. Since she's a client, she's outsourcing to us, so that's all the technical tasks and so on that the design team is taking on. Then the principal design time, that's her time, behind the scene work, and then client facing, and it's all that has to do with meeting and going to site, for example. So she sorts of estimates how many hours she will spend on each phase of the project, and then she's gonna be charging the client for kind of a couple months of those hours. So let's say 40 hours across 6 to 8 weeks. She invoices for that time upfront. And what she's gonna do is that every month she's gonna send the client a receipt. And so instead of sending invoices, she sends receipts every month that show a zero balance, but it shows all the breakdown of the hours and how they were used. So first, psychologically for the clients, seeing that they don't have to pay anything extra on that month is great, but it also shows the value of her work and how much was put into the project in that past month. And if any additional hour is required, mostly during the construction phase, things come up, you know how it is. So if there's additional time that she needs to bill, she's gonna bill it after those retainer hours have been used. And remember that clients love transparency and clear communication. So as long as you're clear, you communicate expectations, then everything is going to be much smoother on either side. The second designer does a mix of prepaid hours and tight boundaries. So she takes a slightly different approach. This client has been working with us for a very long time, so she knows what to expect in terms of workload. She knows how to estimate a project. She's learned with time. We have helped her understand how many hours are involved on each type of project, and now she's very good at estimating for her project. So she's going to charge the client upfront for all the hours. She's going to create a very clear scope of work of everything that is included, number of revisions, number of site visits, are some of the things that she's going to outline. So it's extremely clear, it protects her time, and it sets clear boundaries that the clients are going to respect. So once she's used up all these hours, and let's say the client is asking for one more revision or one more site visit, she's going to bill all of that hourly. She does that every Friday. It's kind of her money ritual on Fridays. So she's going to invoice the client every Friday for any additional work that was not included in the initial scope of work. And here's something that both designers have figured out. When your billing system works, you're not stuck chasing money or apologizing for your time. Clients feel supported, you feel confident, and your business actually reflects your effort. And if you're not quite there yet, it's completely fine. A few simple steps that you can take today to get started are: track your time. When you understand how long things take, it's going to be much easier for you to create a scope that makes sense. Then add a buffer. You know how things go. It always takes a little bit extra, or the clients ask for a few things on top. So make sure you have a buffer included. And then test any one of these options, maybe charging for a small monthly retainer to start off and see how it goes. You just have to test things when you get started and see what works best. We all learn from mistakes. We all have these one or two projects at the beginning or even later that we've learned so much from because we undercharged, we overworked. So learn from this. Make a note of what you have to do differently on the next project. And if you're still figuring out how to bill for support, this is what we do. The KVM team not only helps you with technical drawings, we also help you figure out how to better price, how to have better systems in place so that you can charge the clients your worth, what you want to get paid. You can delegate what sits outside your zone of genius, and you can still have the healthy profit margins. So if you're interested to see what that could look like for your business, click on the link in the description and book a call with me. We can chat about where you're at right now, what your goals are, and how our team can help you get to the next level. I'll see you in the next video.